Hello, Third Ward. Thanks for watching. Before I continue, please let me remind you that City Council meetings are on the second and fourth Monday of every month at City Hall. I look forward to seeing you there. Over the past week, I have reflected on my purpose as an alderman. The primary purpose of an alderman, in my opinion, is to represent the people. It is not about me, it is about you. It has and will always be about you. As an alderman, I will continuously strive to remind myself of that fact. Recently, several residents have contacted me about their concerns. Through those conversations, they revealed that we must do something to fix our city. They asked questions like, isn't there a law against that? They told me this again and again, and I listened. You should know that I heard you. Part of the problems we have in this city is that we have laws on the books that are not enforced. For instance, there are laws regarding housing, businesses, and how we as a city should handle our finances. But if those laws are not enforced, then we have no order. Another reason for the problems we have in this city is that many of our laws are outdated, need change or update. Some of the laws are so old that the problems those laws were meant to fix are no longer in existence. We need laws that apply to our lives every day, the way we live. Those laws should and must make our lives better. So where do we start? Recently, we received 5 years of financial audits. Those audits indicate some of the issues we face financially as a city. At the last City Council meeting, I presented to the Mayor and City Council a list which I believe must be done before the City Council should pass a property tax levy. But regarding an audit and reading the audit and talking about a list is not enough. We need legislation. Therefore, on Wednesday of this past week, my office took several pieces of legislation and requested they be placed on the agenda for the next City Council meeting. Those pieces of legislation are a start to addressing some of the financial issues we face as a city. Keep in mind, it is a start. There is not one piece of legislation that is a fix to all of our issues, but as an alderman and representative, I must advocate about your issues. After I advocate about your issues, I must find a way to legislate those issues and pass them as the law of our great city. This, in my opinion, and from what you have told me, is how democracy works. One piece of legislation I proposed was to repeal and reverse the 67% water increase that took effect on January of this year. Like I have said before, the water increase has affected everyone in this city, especially single mothers, seniors, and those on fixed income. While it may be true that we need to do something about our water issue, I do not believe, and you have told me, that a 67% increase in water bills is not the way. Therefore, as promised, I have proposed this legislation in an effort to fight for you. Some people may say, why propose this type of legislation when the mayor will ultimately veto? Well, he has that right. He has the right to veto certain legislation, and we as a council have the right to overturn his veto. From my understanding, that is the law and part of the process. In my last address, I asked you to join me in the fight against the water bill increase. I hope the City Council will join all of us in that fight as well. If you would like to see the legislation that I proposed, please visit our website, aldermanclark.com. Stay tuned for updates and download our app. It is now available for iPhone as well as Android and Windows phones. Come to the City Council meetings. Let your voice be heard, and together we can change our city. Thanks again for watching, and remember, unity begins with you.